Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. It is decision day for a couple of Tennessee targets, a couple of prospects, a three-star in-state athlete, Javvante Smith, but also a four-star linebacker, a blue-chip prospect, Braden Rouse, ranked inside the top 300. He is an elite dude. Coach Jay has called him one of the best linebackers in the country, been really high on him early in the cycle, but both of these guys scheduled to come off the board later today. So let's dive right into it. And let's start with the three-star athlete. Again, an in-state kid, 6 foot, 175 pounds, going to make that decision later today between Tennessee, West Virginia, Arkansas, and Missouri. Now, this is kind of interesting because he was previously scheduled to come off the board towards the end of June. And at that point, it was really Arkansas that seemed to have the momentum. That's where the commitment seemed to be headed. But then he delayed that commitment. He postponed that commitment. And when he pushed back that commitment date, that's when the Vols really kind of swooped in here and became the front runner. Now, as a junior in high school, he gained over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. As a wide receiver, had 48 receptions for 884 yards and 8 touchdowns. Also added 118 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Defensively, he had 21 tackles and 4 interceptions. 2 of those interceptions were returned for touchdowns. He also picked up a kick return touchdown on special teams. The scouting report says that he's a versatile and athletic player with the potential to contribute significantly at the college level as either a wide receiver or a defensive back. His combination of size, speed, and ball skills make him a compelling prospect. His strong offensive stats and demonstrated ability to make plays on special teams showcase his playmaking ability. Says he's not currently ranked in the top national recruits list. His growing list of offers and a breakout junior season suggests his potential to continue upward mobility in recruiting rankings. He's shown interest in several strong programs set to make a college decision soon. And again, that is coming up today, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're not going to live stream that one. I'll drop some type of social media post to let you guys know once that decision is in. He got offers from Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi State, West Virginia, Kentucky, and others. Took his official visits to the teams on the screen there, Missouri, Arkansas, West Virginia, and Tennessee. But as we head into the decision coming up today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, Steve Wiltfong, Austin Price, all the insiders believe that the three-star in-state athlete stays home. And speaking of experts and insiders, you know what? That's not what we are. We are for the fans, by the fans. The Talkin VAWLS Network is exactly what you guys are, just diehard, passionate Tennessee fans. So I need you guys to do me a favor, smash the thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out. We got a fun live stream coming up later tonight. We're going to follow the commitment of four-star linebacker Braden Rouse. We're going to go live at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Big Don Bailey's going to be in the house. Fun story, man. I think we're going to have a fun conversation. A guy that was recruited and played for Jeremy Pruitt, hit rock bottom. In comes Josh Heupel. What was his response to Heupel? What was his response to this new coaching staff? What was his response when Coach G came back to Tennessee? A lot of fun questions to ask Don Bailey tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But again, Braden Rouse scheduled to come off the board. That's the one we're going to go live for tonight, 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. You can see the graphic on the screen. Going to be committing July 8th at 7 p.m. in the theater at Kell High School. All are welcome. We're going to watch that live tonight, 6:15. We're going to take you all the way up to the decision, probably take a look at some highlights, probably let Coach Jay break down some film. We'll walk through this recruitment because it's an interesting one. There's a lot of twists and turns to this one. I talked to Vols Scoops last night. He's going to be in the house. Val Ming's going to be in the house. Vols Scoop said, man, this one is getting wild. He's coming on. We're going to break it all down tonight, again, starting live at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. But we'll give you a little preview here. Braden Rouse, four-star linebacker, 6'3", 205 pounds, out of Marietta, Georgia, ranked 100th nationally. He's listed as the 7th best linebacker in the class. We'll come back to that here in just a second. But again, going to make that decision. Tennessee, Alabama, Texas, and Michigan. Don't forget, live 6:15 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Most feel like at this point it is a battle between Tennessee and Texas. And again, coming back to that ranking, listed as the 7th best linebacker in the country. Talked to Coach Jay last night. Coach Jay's been high on Braden Rouse for a long time. At one point, he was ranked outside the on 300. Now he's the 100th best player in the country. And even at that time, Coach Jay was high on him, said he felt like he was the 2nd best linebacker in this entire class of 26. And he kind of reiterated that to me last night. He said, boy, I'm still high on Braden Rouse. Tennessee has got to land Braden Rouse. And what a class, again, for Coach Inge and what he's doing with that linebacker room. You land TJ White and Braden Rouse in the same class, let's go. Like, what he has done with that linebacker room has been impressive. Here's the scouting report. This comes from Hudson Standish over at 24/7. Says rangy second-level defender who can flow downhill, strike ball carriers, as well as he can drop into coverage and operate in space. I seem to remember Coach Jay talking about those same things, that he was good in space, good in coverage. Says hovering around 6'2.5", 220, and has played meaningful snaps at linebacker, edge, safety, wide receiver, and tight end. Amidst three-phase production at the GHSA 4A level, made a noticeable leap on the defensive side of the ball as a junior, active and instinctive, pursuing the football, will make plays sideline to sideline and evade blockers in space with ease. Exceptional coverage defender to point where he could offer flexibility as potential overhang on Saturdays. Will routinely make highlight snags at the catch point on both sides of the ball. Has shown serious yards after catch ability for a player his size. Goes on to say a combination of multi-sport participation, athletic tools, and growth potential make him more of the higher ceiling linebackers in the Deep South. Should be viewed as a situation and scheme versatile chess piece who should be able to stay on the field in all scenarios. Projects as an eventual high major impact player with long-term NFL draft potential. Man, just look at this linebacker room. Look at this linebacker room. Arian Carter, Jeremiah Thielander, Edwin Spillman. You go get TJ White. Get Braden in the boat. And Coach Inge has flipped this thing around. I'm excited. Like, we know what Coach G's done with that defensive line. And now you got Coach Inge coming in and doing it with that linebacker room, and that defense just continues to get better. And that's why, going back to the beginning, when Heupel took over, we knew it was going to take time, because you're not just rebuilding one class. You got to rebuild that entire roster, and I think Coach Heupel is doing it. This is what he recently told On 3 he likes not only about Tennessee, but also about Texas here, because, again, everybody thinks this is a Tennessee-Texas battle. This is what he said about Texas. He says, I talked to almost everyone on the staff, talking with Coach Nansen, and Coach CG was great. They had a lot of ball to teach while also focusing on fundamentals of football and the defense. Josh Dunson was also great in touring us around all week and making sure we saw everything on campus that they have to offer. I can't pick one thing that stood out, but the location of the campus is great. It's not too crazy of a city. While there is still stuff to do, the food was amazing. Just getting to know the coaching staff and build that relationship with them was huge, too. Here's what he said about the Vols. Hanging out with the team, seeing how the guys competed, even with the shift in their quarterback room, and how happy everyone seems to be at Tennessee were the biggest highlights of this visit. Man, oh man, does that not speak to the culture? Does that not speak to what Josh Heupel has done? He brings up the fact that you're shifting your quarterback room. QB1 hit the road, but this team came together. This team bonded. This team is playing for the T, and that's unique in 2025. He said, I talked to about every coach on the staff. The ones I've talked to the most, Coach Inge, Coach Hype, Coach Banks, Coach Chop. They continue to show me how much they want me. Now, he's been here multiple times this year. He was here for a junior day earlier in the year. He was in town for a spring visit for the Orange and White game. And at that time, heading into official visit season, at that time, all the experts, all the insiders, they all really had Tennessee at the top of the list and said the other teams had to chase. He took the officials to Bama, Michigan, Texas, and then the last visit was to Tennessee. And heading into those visits, heading into official visit season, this was the VolQuest update. They said Tennessee's continued to put its best foot forward in this recruitment. They're positioned well heading into the crucial stretch, but we expect Alabama, Michigan, and Texas to swing big during the month. Coming off the official, he said, this is probably my best Tennessee visit so far. Been here multiple times. Just to come down here and keep building those relationships with the coaches and players all weekend was great because of the potentially who you are going to be with. He said, I feel like football was a huge piece this go around, talking schemes and talking ball. Just kind of the fit for me. Some of the staff that I can really, showing the staff, I can really do separate the defense from some other defenses and really help them out. So it was a great visit. After the official visits, this was the VolQuest update. Says it feels like last weekend's visit went about as well as it could for the Vols, and they have been strong with this recruitment for months. When you're recruiting against the likes of Bama, Michigan, and Texas, anything is possible in today's world of recruiting. Still, we continue to believe a lot of things make sense for Rouse and Tennessee. So what's the verdict? How do we feel about this thing going into the decision day? Because you go back to the junior day, you go back to the spring visits, you go back even to the official visits. It felt like Tennessee had all of the momentum. Until just recently, Texas tried to shoot their shot. Texas took their swing for the fences, and last night, AP put out an update on the board, and he said the family is not doing any interviews. They are not going to talk until the decision is over, till the decision is made tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Again, we're going live at 6:15 here on the channel. He said the coaches are not being told the decision, which means we actually have a true live commitment tonight. Steve Wiltfong even told AP that he doesn't have enough intel to pull his expert prediction away from the Vols. But that is a true prediction. That is not a spoiler alert. That is a prediction. Braden Rouse predicted to Tennessee by Steve Wiltfong. He doesn't have enough to pull that prediction. Why? Because the coaches don't know. The media doesn't know. Nobody has a clue. We're going to find out tonight. Join us live 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. We will take you all the way to that decision. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. Also, you can support by becoming a member of this channel for just $1 a month. There is a link in the description to do all that stuff. You can hit that join button down below. You can hit that thanks button down below, or you can go to bonfire.com/store/TalkinVAWLS and keep this channel moving forward. We could not do this without your support, but that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.